Damn, this was a stacked year for games, even without GTA 6. Like, look at them all. We had one of the most anticipated games ever released this year. Player Obscure also won 9 Game Awards, which was really insane. And Nintendo also released the Switch 2 with their shitty Discord parody that you have to pay for.
Hey!
I own you, little bitch. You can't play this game, man. Get out of the tank.
Now really starting to pay off.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
And also brought back their failed console for like $200 now. This is epic. The former director of Grand Theft Auto also made his own studio and created the masterpiece known as Mind's Eye. Everyone also tried to boycott Ghosts of Yotei for some reason, and it worked so well that it sold 4 million copies in 2 months. Dispatch was pretty cool. Miyazaki made Fortnite Elden Ring and announced Bloodborne 2. Yes, that's what the game's called, don't fact check me. And Assassin's Creed Shadows released.
Ascend!
Let's just get into my top
8.
Whatever. I've been waiting for Schedule 1 for 12 years after the finale of Breaking Bad dropped so Vince could expand the Breaking Bad universe and delve more into Peele's backstory and the horse Seaman incident. And it's pretty good for a simulator game and having more depth than you expected, like gambling. Basically, the game is about going from level 1 crook to level 999 mafia boss, and also a really cool semi-open world to explore, and also the game is multiplayer, so like, yeah, it makes it 25% more fun. You have a gun that grinds skulls and shoots the fragments, and I think that's pretty cool. I think Doom the Dark Ages is still a pretty good game, but I definitely overrated it a bit in my review. I like the Castlevania type atmosphere they went for here, and this game has super creative ideas like being able to ride a dragon or use a mech and all these other cool weapons, and also the concept of melee ammo, which, why does this exist? Why? Some of the ideas were not well executed. Like, for example, like the dragon bit is cool, but it is repeated so many times, and I don't think they added enough depth for that to be like a repeatable gameplay section. I still really like this game, like I said. I mean, it's just a cool Doom game, like, yeah. I think Ghosts of Yahweh is a really good sequel, and the greatness of its open world doesn't come from it being like the biggest open world ever, but because of how densely packed its world is, giving that feeling that there's always something interesting. And all its side content doesn't feel like side content, it feels like it's just fleshing out the world, whether it's hunting bounties, bamboo strikes, hot springs, and a whole lot more. And that makes the world feel awesome to explore, because you don't find all of this stuff because there is a corporation telling you where every employee's ass hair is on the map. And yeah, also this world looks amazing, I don't even have to tell you that. Like, I can boot up Ghost of Yotei and I'll be hit with beautiful scenery. Also, since this is the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, there are 2 swords instead of 1, and also Pocket Fen. The combat just feels like Ghost of Tsushima, but like better, and that's all I really wanted from this game when it came to combat. Sucker Punch really knows how to make a really good samurai open world game. Now, I'm not usually into dialogue-heavy RPGs, but Toby Fox knows how to make a truly amazing RPG. The characters are just so memorable. I've played turn-based RPGs before, but most of them, you know, are pretty forgettable, at least to me. I'm not saying they're terrible, but they are forgettable. Now, in Deltarune, I can tell you exactly what happened in that game. You gotta find a banana. The game's pacing is just so unpredictable. At one part, this guy creates his Giga Chad statue, the next moment you're fighting a checker piece, the next moment Saul calls you, then the next moment Rousey gets crucified. It's really insane, it's just a fun, goofy, memorable adventure. So yeah, a good game. Yeah, everyone kinda knew Silksong would be on this list, and for good reason. Team Cherry cooked, preparing this 5-star meal for 7 years. I don't know how, but the world just feels even denser in Silksong than it was before. Enemies, bosses, areas. This game is just so much quantity and quality packed together, and it will continue to surprise me with even more stuff. You're also more faster and agile since you're playing as Hornet, and in return, enemies are more vicious, and to all who say this game is hard, it just makes the combat feel more intense and fast-paced, which is a neat improvement over Hollow Knight, and a good way to make it more difficult. There's just so much stuff in this game that you will miss out on, and it makes me more excited to play it. I mean, multiple game stores crashed because of Silksong. I don't really know what more to say besides, this is a peak game and a must-play for everyone who's played Hollow Knight or just likes Souls games in general. But now, the best game of 2025 is Death Stranding 2. Yeah, the Norman Reedus delivery game is the best game of the year. Honestly, it has it all. The gameplay is fun and there's more combat sections. For it being such a small part of the game, it feels like a mini version of Metal Gear Solid 5. I just love how fresh and new this game feels. Like, there's nothing quite like it. Like, tell me, when was the last game where you play a Guitar Hero duel against Troy Baker? The environments and soundtrack just make your journey feel epic, and it's probably in one of the top 5 soundtracks of all time. The story, while in my opinion a bit slow at times, was also amazing, especially Solid Snake, which I wasn't expecting his appearance. I also wasn't expecting Kojima to make one of the greatest callbacks in gaming by remaking the pizza missions from Spider-Man on the PS2, and this was probably so controversial to the point where it won 0 awards at the Game Awards. Like, I get it, Claire Obscure was probably really good, but I knew for sure it did not deserve all those awards. And that is the list, and it is Game Guy factually correct, so there's no debating this. It is the definitive best game of the year. Here you go, Kojima. You may not have won Game of the Year, but this is just as good, trust me. But we all know that Highguard next year, no diffs, all these games combined, it's literally being called the Concord Killer, so bye-bye.